is buy-to-let property investing still worth it? You've got headlines from This Is Money like mortgage landlords feel the strain of higher rates. Is buy-to-let still worth it? You've even got people like the Times jumping in with the Money Mentor article saying, is becoming a landlord still worth it? So in this video, we're going to break down, is it still worth it? Well, I'm going to reveal that right now. Yes, it is, but it is how you get into it and what strategy you use. So I'm going to share you the single most powerful strategy that you can use in this current climate to grow a massive portfolio. And how do I know is it still worth it? Because look, this here is a deal that we've just done 2 days ago at time of recording this video. It's a BRR deal. It's in South Wales and it was sourced for an investor by one of our partners. So they found the deal. I sold it for them to somebody on my investor list. And this deal is nearly an all money out deal. If you not familiar with the BRR strategy, watch this video here where I'll go in more depth about it. But basically it's where you buy a property for a price, you do the work to it, and then on the new valuation you get the mortgage at 75% based on that new valuation. And as I said, that example there that we've just sold to an investor for one of our partners is nearly an all money out deal. It's just leaving a few K left in that deal. So what you've got to look at in different markets, when interest rates are higher, there's less appetite of buying, so it becomes more of a buyer's market. So that is nearly an all money out deal. Yes, the monthly cash flow is slightly lower, but the equity in it's a lot higher. When the interest rates are lower, it's harder to buy good deals, but you get a better monthly cash flow. You can never really have it all. You usually get one or the other. There's little wormholes of windows where you can have a bit of both, but in general, you're gonna get either more cash flow or more equity. But let's dive in. Is BRR the best strategy? The answer is, it depends. And it depends on you and your circumstances. This is why I put together this property delta matrix. This is how you find out which is the best strategy for you. Because different strategies in the market. You've got buy-to-lets, you've got turnkey vanilla buy-to-lets, which means you just turn the key in the front door, you open it up, you rent it out, you don't need to do any work to it. You've got BRR buy-to-lets like the one I've just showed you. You've then got HMOs and SAs. You've got SAs that are turnkey SAs, and you've got BRR SAs, and you've got development SAs. Then you've got commercial conversions, and then you've got developments. This is the property delta matrix, and this is how you build wealth in property. And if you build an all-weather portfolio, so this is my portfolio, it's diversified. I've got a few turnkey buy-to-lets, I've got a load of BRR ones, I've got buy-to-lets in different ends of the markets where I've got more professional ones, a little bit lower end ones, social housing with guaranteed rent. Then I've got my bread and butter stuff, which is like your long-term rental style ones. And then some of my HMOs, I've got professional, social housing ones, I've got SA and commercial. So I've got a diverse portfolio, but how you start to build anything is with a foundation. And in most cases, most people should start with vanilla buy-to-lets, either a turnkey or a BRR, and cut your teeth on easier projects. But let's go into this a bit more. It's not straightforward for everybody. Anthony Joshua won Olympics at the age of 19, then he won a heavyweight title. Because he done that, one of my bugbears in this industry is people saying, because I done it, so should you. People say, what would you do? What I would do is very different what you should do, because I've got different circumstances. And if you take Anthony Joshua, won the Olympics with no major track record in boxing as well, so he got into the boxing later, many people going through the amateur rankings. He won a gold medal, then become heavyweight champ. But if you chucked him in a swimming pool, and have a look at this example here, he actually jumped in a swimming pool with Michael Phelps. As good an athlete he is, he's never going to be a gold medalist at swimming. And Michael Phelps, vice versa, will never be a gold medalist at boxing. You have to take your skill set and adapt that to what you're best at, and don't try and adapt it elsewhere. Yes, Anthony Joshua, being an athlete he is, could get a better swimmer, but he'd never be a gold medalist swimmer. So this is why I put together the property delta matrix, and this is how you figure out where you should be in here. As I say, most people should start here, but some people start up here, some people go up here, some people even go up to here to developments. And this is how you build wealth out. This is not the other strategies, this is how you build wealth. This is not active income, this is your wealth building passive income strategies. So what I'd like you to do is ask yourself these questions. From 0 to 10, how do you score yourself on each one of these questions? So how much money you've got. So money, knowledge, network and time are the 4 major ingredients, no matter what you're doing in any business, that you need to understand, have I got. And then underneath this at the bottom here, I've got courage, confidence and conviction. So what I'm suggesting you do is get a piece of paper out. If you come and work with me and coaching on my coaching levels, paid, or this free stuff that I'm giving out now, we're going to do this exercise. So just imagine you paid me for this exercise, because when you pay, you do pay more attention. So score yourself 0 to 10. How much money you got? What knowledge? When I say knowledge, I don't just mean book knowledge and YouTube knowledge or content knowledge. I mean actually experience and knowledge. How much network have you got? How much time have you got? This is a big one, because at the moment I've got a decent network, My network caps out here. If I want to go further up here, I've got good knowledge, I've got good access to money, but I'm restricted on time. And my network, if I wanted to do bigger projects, is not there. Because the bigger the projects you want to do, like commercial conversions and development, the bigger the network you need. The builder that does this little project, these little projects down here, your turnkeys and your BRRs, is not necessarily the builders that will do these ones. And again, you need to skill up with your network with accountants and tax advisors, because you're going to be capital allowances and different claims that make these deals more sweeter and sometimes makes a difference between the deal working or not. You're going to need more skilled architects. And if you try and jump straight in, I've done this wrong. I tried doing a development without never having any network, no knowledge whatsoever. And I lost hundreds of thousands of pounds in both cash and lost opportunity because I tried taking this on. I've never spoke to an architect before. Never knew how to understand it. Never even done a buy to let before. So for some people that can do that, for me, I couldn't. And this is how, if you score yourself from 0 to 10 on all these, this is how you figure out where you should be starting, because all of these strategies work if you work strategy. What doesn't work if you try to scattergun across too many of these, or if you try to jump up too far in relation to your scoring on this. So look, you might have transferable skills. You might never done a project before, but your knowledge of building might be higher, because the building part of it when you do these bigger projects is the hardest part to deliver. So if you score high on your building element of it, and you've got a decent network and decent access to money, then you've got transferable skills, or you might be a surveyor, so you might be able to jump up a bit quicker. But the other question you want to ask yourself is courage, confidence, conviction. What we mean by this is, how well are you at convicting on stuff? Or do you procrastinate? Do you sit on your hands? Do you second guess things? Do you analysis by paralysis? If that is you, you're scoring lower. If you've got loads of courage and you can handle stress, you can jump up here. If you've got a lot of courage and money up here, and you're lower on the rest of these, maybe not time so much, because you need the time to deliver on bigger projects, but even with time, because you can outsource it and get sources. If you've got the courage to do it and the money to do it, you can jump up quicker because you can absorb the pressure that comes with it. You're going to pay one way or another. You're going to have to pay by cutting your teeth on lower projects and building up slowly, or you're going to pay with a bit of money and stress to jump up a little bit quicker, or you're going to pay to outsource it to somebody else by getting a mentor. And if you're doing bigger projects, don't get a weekend course, get a mentor that can hold your hand through the start to finish. So you're either going to pay with a mentor, or you're going to pay somebody else who can do an end-to-end service for you. But you pay one way or another, either with your time or with money or with stress or with a combination of all. So as I said, do this exercise. Once you've scored yourself, you can figure out what strategies for you. All the strategies still work. You just got to make sure you pick the right locations for the strategies. Buy-to-lets don't work in the south, but they very much work in South Wales, like that deal I showed you earlier on, and very much in the northeast where my remote location is. If you're not sure how to pick a location, make sure you watch this video here. It tells you exactly how you pick a location. I've been investing 250 miles away from where I live for over a decade, so it can more than be done. And look, if you're still here, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. My wife's living my terms. My mission is to help as many people live on their terms. And the more you share this out, the more this will help more people. But if you're not already living on your terms, you've got to evolve your ideas to live on your terms. So evolve your ideas, live on your own terms, and have an amazing day.